are the levels of formality in communication? Do you use the same approach, style, and expression when talking to different people? And lastly, what is your behavioral and speech style when you are having a conversation? Today we're going to focus on those questions. Let's go, help me figure out yours. Hello, what's up? How are you doing? These are all the same in meaning, but you'll see that there are some slightly differences based on its formality. We should know the levels of language used in communication, and so that will be our main focus for today. And aside from that, we will now discuss the 4 types of communicative style. Last meeting, we have discussed about the types of communicator. These are the socializers, the directors, the thinkers, and the relators. And aside from that, we also discussed about the approaches that we could use in a certain situation. Since our main goal in class is to be good in communication skills, the choices of words and the structures of sentences should be considered. Otherwise, we will be misinterpreted by others. That is the reason why conflicts and misunderstanding occurs, because the behavioral style is not appropriate in a certain situation. Take note of this, that the manner and the style of speaking should vary depending on the situation, audience, and the purpose of communication. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to understand the importance of effective communication, recognize the different styles of communication, communicate clearly with impact by improving verbal and non-verbal communication styles, as well as enhancing interpersonal skills via online classes. Every person has his or her own way to express his or her meaning through a language. It expresses differently for each person. This kind of language variation can be called as a style. It is also a variation of language, which is used by the speakers based on the situation. A speaker might have more than one style because he or she can change the style based on the situation to whom the utterances are addressed to. Let's have an example. When we talk to younger people, it will be different when we talk to the older ones. The language or the style is more casual if it is addressed to the younger people, while if it is addressed to the older ones, the language will be more formal by using the polite ones. Take note of that. Style is the way an utterance or expression used to make a communication by considering the situation and to whom an utterance were expressed. As we know that the differences about the place, time, situation, and condition and how the language is expressed cause many styles in language. Juice explains that based on the situation in which a language is expressed, there are some styles. Those are frozen style, consultative style, casual style, and intimate style. Each of style has its own definition and characteristics. Let us begin with the intimate style. This type of style has a characteristic that is commonly used for personal language codes, and it is only for a certain group. It occurs in the certain community which has its own language style. It is also very common to close relationships like couples, family, best friends, and even when you are addressing questions to yourself. Intimate speech is used in conversation between people who are very close and they know each other quite well because they have a maximum of shared background information. It is also characterized by an economy of words with a high incidence of significant non-verbal communication, eye contact, and etc. asking your family for advice about serious matters, and telling your best friends about your deepest and darkest problems are just some of the examples of intimate style. Let's have another one. And we have now the casual style. The use of casual style refers to the situation in which the utterances are expressed. Casual style is a style used in informal situation and using informal language. The relationship between the speaker and the listener is close, so they use word and term repetitions and frequently uses ellipses in their sentences. It happens in conversation between parents or their children, friends, family members, and etc. In the other words, casual style occurs in a casual conversation. Ellipse sentences focus on the meaning of an utterance, but not on the structure. Therefore, a speaker can be free to speak because it exposes the message of the language in a certain situation. Did you enjoy the party? Enjoy it? Did you take it? Take it? Would you give me some money? Give me some. Those are examples of casual style. Now let's go to the third style, and we have the consultative style. Consultative style is used in business or in discussing something. A speaker who uses this style usually does not plan what he wants to say. Thus, there is a big possibility to make a mistake in speaking, such as word repetition or dictions, which cannot be avoided. Classroom discussions, doctor and patient consultation, parents and teacher. Those are some of the examples for consultative style. Here are some of the example statements and words that you can use when you are using consultative style. When you want to finish some important task, do not procrastinate. Instead, make some time to focus on your work. Number 2, I think it's really important for us to give advice on this topic. So my advice is to be strong enough to face the new normal. Those are the example statements for consultative style that you guys could use. And for our last style, we have the frozen style. It is the most formal communicative style that is usually used during respectful events and ceremonies. It is also used when one shows hesitation, disinterest, or prejudice. Frozen speech is used generally in a very formal setting. And lastly, it does not require any feedback from the audience. Most formal communicative style for respectful situations. Now let's have examples for frozen style. We have pledges, anthems, marriage ceremonies, laws, national anthem, speech for ceremony, and of course, Lord's Prayer. The purpose of different types of communication style is to help people know the specific approach they should use in every situation, person, and place. Knowing these things can help one prevent misunderstanding and arguments from happening, because if they don't watch what they say, they would look disrespectful in front of others. In this society, people use language to communicate with each other. As human beings, we need language to express our feelings, ideas, emotions, and thoughts to people by using sound, gesture, and signal that have pattern. The ability of students in speaking is not only aroused from the materials or method in teaching speaking, but the way of language is expressed also has an essential role in it. Variation of language or style, which is emerged from context of communication, gives more contribution in raising students' mentality to speak and to practice. Casual style can be both applied in teaching process and outside class activities or in daily life. Educators should give more attention to it in order to enrich the language variation and to finally improve the language skills, most especially their speaking ability. And that is our discussion about communicative style. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell button for more exclusive updates.